Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blockchain Game Spotlight. Today's guest is Bozena Rezab, who is the CEO of Gamee. How are you today, Bozena?
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
We're glad to have you here today. Actually, we know that Gamee has had some very good traction in the market. We have recently listed the token here at Gate, and we're looking forward to meeting the founder and CEO. So, Bozena, would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely, with pleasure. Thank you for the nice intro. I'm leading Gamee. I'm one of the co-founders. We started working in mobile gaming industry 8 years ago with the idea of connecting people across games. So building a community around casual style games on mobile phones, and we have built a large global community. We have now 40 million global players, and 2 years ago we decided to take our gaming platform to a next level using blockchain technology to give
Mhm.
players digital property rights, ownership of them, experimenting with first play and earn concepts, and we have gone a long way since then. Now we have completely new blockchain powered gaming products. We're part of Animoca brands family. We have launched Gamey token, of course, that's powering all of our products. Yeah, and happy to be here. It's been quite a ride.
Cool. Yeah, very good. It seems like you guys have had a long while to prepare to the shift to a blockchain with all the traction that you had from your previous experience. Bozena, can you talk to us a little bit about your team?
Yep, absolutely. So the team is experienced in mobile casual games. As I said, we have 8 years of experience building entertainment content, and now 2 years experience looking into new technology of blockchain, how that can elevate gaming. And the team has content designers, game developers, game designers, engineers, blockchain engineers. We do, of course, smart contracts about
Good.
um, around our games and token. So it has a wide range of people that are based out of Prague, but half of the team is now remote. So we're working with people from all around the world. We're closely working with our parent company, Animoca Brands. That is
Mm.
one of the is the blockchain leader in gaming industry. They're based out of Hong Kong. So we went from a small startup company based out of Czech Republic into a global company
Mhm. Cool. Yeah,
fairly
and
quickly.
Animoca Brands that's definitely an interesting milestone there with Animoca. Is you guys' relationship with them more of an investor, or are they actually like the parent company and full owner of it?
So Animoca is owner of Gamee. At
Mm.
the same time, they are empowering Gamee, and they function as our biggest backer, if you want. So we have full independence over the product decisions about game design. Everything it's run independently, and Animoca Brands is a family of companies
Hmm.
and it's multiple games, different tools, industry enablers, which is open for collaboration. We're part of the same group, so there's a lot of partnerships, best practice sharing, how things work, how we can achieve something. So there's a lot of network effect within that group, and for like some things such as, for example, partnerships or using big global brand IPs, we can always reach out to our parent company and help to facilitate that. Otherwise, we operate independently, and that's quite good about it.
Good. Yes, definitely helps to have strong partners like that. But Bozena, let's talk about what the reason why we're here today. We're here to actually talk about the game itself, right? A lot of blockchain AMAs and conversations talk about things like the token or milestones and the future, but our main focus today is really to talk about the game. So why don't you please tell us, give us like a general overview of the gamey game?
Yeah, absolutely. So within Gamey, we have multiple products that maybe I can introduce them. First, I think I would start with Arcade app. It's a mobile experience. You can download it on iOS on or Android on stores, and it's a one destination. It's a mobile app that has gamification layer with token rewards, full of competitions, and there are 12 games. These are
Mhm.
casual style games that include card games, puzzle games, arcade, that challenge you in your agility, in logic, in combinations of it. So there are matches and tournaments, some of them quite
Mm.
intense, among people demonstrating their skill in those games. And the skill is rewarded with Gamee token.
Mhm.
Now, Arcade has been on the market for 6 months now, so it's still fairly new product. However, it already has 1.7 million wallets activated. We are trying to make the onboarding for people as easy as possible because we have, of course, part of the audience is very crypto savvy. They have wallets, they have tokens, they know everything how it works. But part of the experience is casual mobile gamers that may encounter the blockchain product for the first time. And we have our older product that we call Prizes by Gamee that has a massive gaming audience. And we're looking into how can we bring our old audience into this new blockchain product very carefully so we can introduce them into blockchain, right? So
Mhm.
when a person downloads the application, we open up a wallet for them. So it's custodial. They don't need to do anything extra. But if they're already crypto savvy, they know how things work, they will go and connect their own MetaMask wallet if you want to Arcade. So there are multiple layers of, like, if you're new, you
Mhm.
don't need to understand, we will walk you through. But if you're already experienced, then of course you can connect your wallet. Then when you earn crypto rewards, then we also have staking programs, and we have some
Mhm.
events around DeFi. That's of course for more experienced people, but everything starts with gaming, and it has to be as easy as possible.
Mhm.
The interesting part about Arcade is that, as I mentioned, it's been around only 6 months, and it already has a very strong traction. It's one of the top decentralized applications on Polygon. But it's at this moment we kind of control all of the app, right? The team decides about which games are going to be launched, how is the prize pool distributed. But this is not going to be the case. So this year is all about decentralizing Arcade and enabling our community to own a piece of Arcade, so that they will be able not only to earn yield from the tournaments and matches that are happening on Arcade, but they will be also able to vote how the Arcade is going to look like, which games are going
Mhm.
to be hosted within their tournaments, or how the prize pools are going to be distributed.
Mhm.
This is amazing opportunity because we will not only use Gaming token as reward, but we will be able to launch any partner token to come to Arcade and sponsor a tournament or season. So
Mhm.
we have a very exciting partnerships lined up, and this is coming soon. So it's one of the exciting milestones for Arcade. It's not only about us, it's about the whole Web3 ecosystem and how it's going to meet in a gaming app.
Cool. And I'd like to second what you're saying in terms of it being friendly to non-crypto users. I've actually been playing around with the app this week. Downloaded. Must say that it is recommended. There's a solitaire game. There's a Blackjack 21 style game that can become pretty addicting. So be careful when you download the arcade game because it will definitely keep you engaged. And there was no previous blockchain setup. I did not have to connect any kind of wallet to it or anything like that. So definitely want to second what you were mentioning there, Bozena. Regarding other aspects of the game, 'cause we talked briefly about arcade. Um,
Yep.
there's also another aspect to gaming that's gaining a lot of traction, and you guys, and
Mhm.
it's actually right there in our banner, which are the G bots.
Yep.
Can you
Hmm.
talk to us a little bit about
Yeah.
the G bots because they at least definitely look the part. I must say
Yeah.
that when you go on OpenSea and check out the collection, it's actually a very cool video of the G bots rotating. So I'll definitely want to
Yeah.
hear more about them.
So Gbots are game characters. They're on blockchain, so they're NFTs. There is 5,000 of them that were sold to the community end of last year. And the exciting part about gbots is they each of them has a series of statistics, so 10
Mhm.
different unique attributes that only this game character has. They come in different rarities and classes, of course different visuals as well. And as these are game characters, you can already use them inside games. Now gbots have a very rich roadmap of like different gaming content and features. Themselves, they already have upgrading functionality as well as breeding functionality and evolution. So this is something that is going to be launched next for gbots. So each gbot owner will be able to breed them into new ones and evolve them and upgrade them so they become more powerful. But this is all for games, right? Because like if this is a game character, that's the ultimate reason why would you do that. And gbots already have a first game where you can take the game character, you can come to arcade. So these two are connected now through
Mm,
games. So gbots
interesting.
have their own game hosted within arcade. It's a first one. It translates the statistics of each gbot and the rarity into the gameplay. So it gives you some specific abilities based on the game character you own. Now there is a second game in making that is coming in about 2 months,
Okay.
and so we will have two games for gbots. There's also staking for gbots life, so you can decide if you want to use your skill inside game or if you want to stake your gbot. And now the amount of gbots is limited, of course, because there's only
Mhm.
5,000 of them. But we will open the breeding and upgrading functionality with the new game launch. So
Mhm.
there will be more content and more people will be able to play. So that is what is coming for gbots in short term. And in long term, we're looking to build a standalone game for gbots that is a fighting game
Mm.
and more gamified staking and their own decentralized way of governing the game for community. So now arcade and gbots are very much connected. So gbots are sort of incubated within arcade. They have one of the 12 games that now run on arcade belongs to gbot, but they will go more independent as we kind of incubate them within arcade. We'll be able to send them on their own journey, have their own games on own content as a standalone.
Gotcha. Yeah, Bozena, I quickly wanted to show a little bit about
Yep.
the GBots just because we're
Yeah.
here on the Gamey site. We're selecting the GBots and just wanted to show the audience a little bit of what to expect when they see the GBots because um, the graphics are frankly stunning
Yeah.
so far.
They're
So
great.
let's see when this
I mean, we're
decides
su-
to
we're
load.
super proud of the visuals. They really turned up well. Now we unfortunately see only black screen, but I'm sure it's coming. And I think I can say like from a perspective of game developer, this is something that is quite unique. Normally, when you create games, of course, you do not like the game assets, the game characters. They do not come first, right? So you
Mhm.
have a game concept, and then like developers looking how to enrich the experience, possibly add more levels, more characters, more items. In this case, because the digital property rights with blockchain, they come first, and it's something you own and you expect that this is going to have longevity. So not only live in one game, but rather you would be looking into how is this game character going to live across different games.
Mhm.
And this
Yep.
is this is specifically what we're working on, right? So now you can already use it in first game, but as I mentioned, there is a roadmap of games coming up. Each of them has a little bit different genre. We're going into more depth, and this is what makes us really excited because you can have the NFT interoperability. You can have like a real showcase of it. And now I'm still speaking about how those Gbot NFTs are going to show in our games, but we're already working with partners to have them bridged or translated into other metaverses, if you wish. So the Gbot owners will be able to take them as avatars into other virtual worlds.
Got it.
That should be absolutely possible, and we're looking into making it happen.
Mhm. And out of curiosity, is it the Gbot is an NFT? What about does it have an opportunity to be equipped with weapons that are also NFTs? Is that kind of in the roadmap as well?
Yeah, it's of course possible. The first step will be the upgrading the powers of the Gbot itself, and evolution. So then the Genesis Gbots, as we were showing them, these are all adults. But when we turn on the breeding functionality, they will start with babies. So they will need to upgrade and evolve. So we will
Gotcha.
start with that, and then we will be looking into items as well, and especially consumables and boosts in the forms of NFTs that will enrich the gaming experience.
Got it. Yeah. Very cool. So, can you explain to us a little bit what it means to? So, let's say I am the owner of one of these Gbots. What does it mean to say that I am going to stake my Gbot?
Mhm. Yeah, so at this moment, you decide whether you want to play and earn actively with your skill, or if you're sort of like a passive investor, so you just hold on your NFT, you stake it on the website, and you earn a reward in Gamee token, which means that during that time you cannot use it. So the second part of this play is that we you will be able to you'll be able to rent Gbot from somebody who staked it, but that's coming as a second phase. So at this point, you make a decision, play or stake,
Mhm.
and it's tied to either passive or active reward.
Got it. Okay. And then, Bozena, we have a few questions from Twitter and the audience as well. There's an interesting one here that I'll be typing in. Just give me a second. Hmm. And a lot of people asked in the form that we put up on Twitter of why name it Gamey. Can you tell us a little bit about the story of why
Yeah.
you guys decided to?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, we,
mhm.
we named the company Gamey many years ago. It was, as I mentioned, like 8 years ago when we started, and we wanted to have something that is like close to gaming, but somehow suggests like these are like uh, smaller games that you can play anytime you have a minute. So these like comes down to mobile phone casual games, like smaller games you can play anytime you have a minute, and there are more of them. So they're like easy to learn but hard to master. So we wanted Gamey to represent these type of games, like this type of genre.
Gotcha. Then we have another question from Twitter from Gabriela Baioli. How can I get some GBots? Just to get a little bit more direct. We showed OpenSea, but is
Mhm.
there another way
Yes.
to get it through the website? What are the general ways that you guys are recommending for people to get a
Yeah.
GBot?
So there was 5,000 Gbots that the community owns. We don't have any more. So now the only option is to go and purchase from the community. Second option will be when the breeding functions on, there will be more on the market, of course, available. We are also planning to launch something we call Gbot starters. They will not have the full functionality. They will not be able to do the breeding, but they will be functional as game characters. And these will be only available on limited events with partners. So during partnerships and special events, we will have these as reward for players. They will have a unique skin, and there will be like unique events tied to them. So this is something definitely to look for.
Got it. And then just going through the questions here in the audience and trying to select a few more.
So I see one that how to send Gamey to Arcade Wallet easily. Um, you don't need to send. So if you know, like if you have a wallet, if you have Gamey token, you just connect your MetaMask on website. There's a like app.gamey.com. So you connect your wallet to Arcade account. No need to send anything. It just connects to an external wallet. So this is the option for more experienced players.
Right, but there's still the option of playing the arcade without even connecting anything, right?
Absolutely, you can make a decision around it.
And then if one doesn't have it connected to anything and one is playing and one is
Mhm,
earning rewards,
mhm.
will those be credited until the day at which I connect my wallet and can
You can
then
send them
enjoy it?
outside of the custodial wallet to any other one. So if you decide to, like you have, for example, you have earned 100 Gaming token, and you did not connect any external wallet, you're only using Arcade wallet. the custodial one we have created.
Gotcha.
If you want to take your Gamey token to an exchange, for example, you want to swap it, then you will be able to send it from Arcade to any other wallet of your choice.
Cool. Very cool. And then people asking community questions. Is your project a community only for English speaking countries, or do you have communities for other language?
I wish we had communities in other languages, but we have to seriously build up the community and moderator team. So if you guys are interested in helping, send us a message. So far, we manage our communities in English, but we're
Mhm.
looking to go beyond that.
Actually, well, this question kind of addresses that. They want to know there's an ambassador program available and how to join it.
Yes, yes. So the best way is probably to apply and to mention on Discord. So that will be picked by our admins, and they will look into. They have forms for applications, and they will follow up on that.
Got it. And then another question here. This one comes from YouTube. What are the top priorities in 2022? And if you can share some plans for the upcoming year. I know that we briefly touched
Yeah,
upon it, but maybe you can go a little bit more in
yeah.
depth.
Yeah, so our focus is all around growing Arcade user base. So that's the goal number one. Is we have old Gamey app with millions of gamers that do not know blockchain yet, and we have Arcade that is powered by blockchain. So our goal will be to introduce the value of blockchain to as many people as possible. So we would like to reach 1 million monthly active users with Arcade this year. So we're on a good traction. And with GBots, of course, we would like to see more content coming, engagement, people excited about them. So that's all focusing on the player experience. So the feedback comes in data, of course, but our passion is about building the content.
Got it. Very cool. And then there's some questions specifically about the game, and I believe this was referring to Arc 8 because I had a similar experience when playing. But in the app, there are some ranks involved. Maybe you can discuss, let's say like you're playing like a game of solitaire, how you're playing against maybe another player, and then how a rank is ultimately decided between the two. They want to know a little bit more about the mechanics of these rankings.
Yeah, I think that's been like in details discussed on our Discord in different AMAs with our product managers. So just to keep it very high level, there are ranks that show progress. So it's to basically motivate people to improve their skill. And there is matchmaking also that takes into account more factors, but it's to have a fair chance for people to play against a similar skilled opponent, because what we do not want to happen is very skilled players opening up new accounts and pretending not to know how to play and then
Mhm.
beating everybody else, right? So there are multiple mechanics that make you progress, and the more you progress, the bigger prize pools and the different tournaments open up for you. So you're incentivized to progress as a skilled player. So it's kind of discouraging for skilled players to open new accounts and playing against new people.
Yeah, we get it. It's that whole balance of like not
Yeah.
discouraging noobs too much from entering the game, but not discouraging good players from this is too easy. I want to play
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, and it should be like the good players should really play against each other, and there should be like a different level of tournaments. So not everything that you see when you open as a new player is available for you. We're opening up more content, more possibilities, different tiers of matches as you progress and get more skilled.
Hmm. Got it. And then here's a question that arises often when we play blockchain games. There's a whole issue that generally goes on with farming accounts and things like that. So there's a question on Twitter from a user
Yep.
Robert. How many accounts can be made with one IP?
So we have one account per gamer policy. We have
Hmm.
done several layers of protection and waves of banning people with multi accounts. Some of them were innocent, some of them were on purpose. I think that's like kind of normal in every game,
Hmm.
especially in blockchain game when you have any economic incentive. People are looking into like, is there a way how we can get more out of it? So that is necessary to watch and enforce. Like if there are certain rules, they have to be enforced, and it has to be watched over. One account, one gamer, one account is important. The fact how arcade is designed also helps it, because there is not so much farming. It's a lot about skill, and it really, if you are a skilled player and you open a new account, you will not have the same tournament, same opportunities as if you progress. So that's kind of discouraging for people to open new accounts, because having a skilled and progressed account is better than having a new one. So
Hmm.
it's not only into having tools to monitor, do you have the same device, IP addresses, la, 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 but it's also about the design of the progress itself.
Right. And here's a question regarding the leaderboards. I feel like there's a mix of questions that we received
Mhm.
from Twitter regarding the leaderboards, but the question is not very specific. But do you have a plan to arrange a bet on the leaderboard? So essentially, are people in the leaderboard going to be competing against each other, and is it going to be for the Gamee token? Are some of them going to be winning it, and some of them going to be losing it? Can you talk about the dynamics of player versus player and what that means in
Mhm.
terms of winning or losing tokens?
Yeah, so then you have to. There are two experiences on Arcade. One of them is one versus one matches. So there you are matched with similar skilled opponent, and well, depends on the skill who wins and loses. So there is really no leaderboard. It's like one versus one, and then the tournaments. These are group competitions where people join the tournament. They play the game, and then there is a leaderboard and distribution of prize based on the leaderboard. So depending on which, like how progressed are you in the game, you will have different tiers of tournaments, different prize pools or entrance fees. So that depends a little bit on that. And there is also a season leaderboard based how well you have done during the whole season of arcade. There is a leaderboard
Hmm.
of players, and they will have some extra prizes distributed among them.
Got it. And that season or that final leaderboard for that price distribution, how often does it refresh?
There, one season in arcade is 2 months. So there is
Ah,
always a pre-season. Pre-season is non-competitive. It's practice. We typically introduce new games in pre-season. Starting tomorrow, by the way, season two with pre-season. So
okay.
there is opportunity to get gamey token by showing up, practicing games. So you can equip yourself with gamey token for the season to come, because when the real season comes again, competitions are back, there are new games introduced, so that there is the space of every 2 months, this kind of restarts, resets, new games, new prize pools, new preseason, with possibility to get gamey token for those who did not win or not great gamers such as myself. So
Yeah, and that's exciting because a lot of games, when the seasons are too long, then you really don't have much of a chance to compete with the people that started from the beginning. So it's actually a good timing for us to be having this
yeah,
show today, so we can point people at get
exactly.
started early with the season tomorrow. Bozena, there's also a video that we were planning on showing. Do you have? I can pull
Yeah.
it up on my screen, or we can pull it up on yours. Do you have that?
Mm, maybe. Okay, I think I have it. Let me try. So I wanted to share this video. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we're gonna put
So I
up your
wanted to share this
screen.
video because we have been speaking about arcade. So I wanted to show what type of games are there on arcade. So this is a trailer for season two that's starting tomorrow. Hopefully, will make you want to play.
Yeah. Hmm. And coming soon. That coming soon is tomorrow, everybody.
Right.
just so we all know. And then just some final thing, because we've talked a lot about arcade and the Gbots. When can players? When do you think? I understand that these timelines are always complicated to give an exact date, but when would you expect that players would actually be able to use their Gbots in a game?
Well, they can use it now. So it's season one. There is already a game for Gbot owners. There is also the staking is live. So it's today, or in season two, there is an update of that game coming. So we don't have to wait too much. There is a new game coming up in season three, but we already have one live, and
Mhm.
it's going to get an update in season two. So many things happening. We don't even have to wait for it. We don't even have to wait for it. So available today.
Okay, very cool. All right, Bozena, I think we've gotten a good intro of gaming in general. There's a lot of aspects to it and a lot to look forward to. Between arcade has a lot of individual games inside it. Between the Gbots and their very cool designs and interoper- future interoperability between
Yeah.
games to look forward to. So at this point, we really appreciate the introduction that you gave us, and would like to thank the community for being here and you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I hope to see you on arcade
Yeah,
with
likewise.
Gbot, of course.
Or
You don't
yeah,
need a Gbot, but if you have one, you can access this special game, and I think it's worth it.
yeah. And then again, everybody, for the arcade app is easily downloaded. No blockchain knowledge needed. No funny blockchains to set up on your MetaMask to get started, just because tends to be a common experience out there. And yeah,
Yeah. Just go to App Store or Google Play and type ARC8. You should be able to find it.
yeah,
Or follow a link on our website. There's also a download link.
yep. All right, Bozena, thank you very much for being here. Looking forward to hopefully being able to have you on the show again soon to hear more about upcoming updates.
Thank you so much. Speak soon.
All right.